welcome to Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First, episode 263. It's Monday, the 4th day of June, 2018. My name's Dr. Jerry the First Oguzie, and this morning I'm speaking on the title, Living in the Present, a Lesson in Letting Go. Living in the present, being minded of the now, and making the best use of it is the best way to go nowadays. There is an ancient story I really like about two Buddhist monks who were walking along the banks of a river in silence. They had taken a vow of chastity and can never touch or even speak to a woman. As they walked along the bank of the river, they saw a woman who was desperately trying to get across the river to her child who was on the other side. It was a fast-flowing river, and she was too frightened to cross the river all by herself. As she saw the monks walking towards her, she desperately beckoned on them to help her cross the river to meet with her child on the other side. One of the monks continued with his walk, like he neither saw nor heard the woman, while the other monk walked over to her and said, "May I help you?" He then picked her up, and with strength that he carried in his legs, that walked up and down mountains and valleys and streams as part of his daily walk, he carried her across the river, set her down by her child, then returned to join the other monk, and they continued to walk along the banks of the river in silence again. About 2 hours later, the second monk eventually said to the first monk, "I can't believe you spoke to that woman and carried her across the river. I can't believe you touched her. I can't believe that you broke your vows." The first monk simply looked at his companion and said, "I put her down 2 hours ago, but you are still carrying her." There is such a great lesson in this story about learning how we so often carry our problems around with us long after we should have just let them go or put them down. We are all guilty of living in the past and focusing on what happened yesterday instead of living in the present and enjoying the moment. Today, try to think of what you are still carrying around that really isn't happening anymore. What are you still hanging on that isn't in your present moment? It could be anger from an argument you had yesterday. You could still be hurting over a broken relationship. Or it could be the pain you're still feeling over the loss of a loved one. Learn to put them all down. Release them and let them go forever. Only when you have put them down and then you are not carrying them any longer, that you will have your hands, your heart, and your mind free to pick up what's new here that is already waiting for you. Sometimes you have to learn to let go of the old to make room for the new. Many new things are waiting for you. On a daily basis, the universe releases new things, new possibilities into the world. And if your hands are filled with old things, there's no way you can pick up new things. It is only by releasing your hands, freeing your hands from holding those old things, that new things can come in and you can hold them. So try learning to let go today and start living in the present and see how your life changes tomorrow. Always remember the story of the monk and the woman. He broke his vow to be able to help her, but his companion kept carrying the woman along the line. Until I come your way again, this is Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First. This program is powered by Top Media and Communication Nigeria. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening to this broadcast today. It would please us to no end if you continue to visit our podcast. And so to be able to do that, kindly click on the red subscribe button towards your right to subscribe to our channel. In the same vein, also click on the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can always receive the notification for any new podcast we upload. Also give us a thumb up to like this podcast. These help us to grow. And do help us share the podcast to your friends in the different social media sites you belong to. Click on the share tab just below the podcast and share directly from there. The full text of this podcast is on our blog, and would you want to read it, kindly visit the blog. We have a Facebook page where we also post our podcast on a daily basis. If you're on Facebook, kindly like our Facebook page. The links to our blog and our Facebook page are in the description box right below. Thank you for your attention. Do have a very nice day.